All right, what is going on planet Earth, wherever you are watching, whatever day you're watching? We're hoping you're having a wonderful day. We're going to do something a little bit different here. We're actually going to showcase one of our programs. We have a program called our 30-day badassery program. It's an entirely body weight program, 5 workouts a week. You get a lower body, upper body, core, and then 2 cardio hit workouts a week. Every week, the intensity builds and builds and builds. So what we're going to do today is we're showcasing an element, not the whole workout, but a part of the week 1 leg jelly lower body workout. All right, so as always, just have a towel, water, enthusiasm, all that, and it'll be 7 exercises, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. We're just going to do 4 laps.
3 laps.
3 laps?
3 laps.
That's right.
Yes,
3 laps.
Yes.
3 laps.
The actual workout will have 4 laps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a good thing she's here because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. She really is.
He just
and the
likes
brawn.
to talk.
And the badass. I'm the brat, so I cover that beat. Okay, so we're just going to start with a little warm-up, which I think I can handle for once.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. So we're just going to stand on the spot because it's going to be a little bit, we're just going to do a little jogging on the spot, warm up those legs. It's going to be more of a all leg kind of warm up just because we're just going to be working our legs. All right. What we're going to do next is we're just going to do a deep squat, turn to the right with a rotation at the top. So arms straight, nice rotation, come back, nice rotation, deep squat. All right, what we're going to do next is we're just going to do alternating forward lunges, step forward, nice and low, push through the floor as we come up. Now what you want to think about doing is to make sure you've got the right range of motion. Just think you're stepping over a puddle. Usually that gets you into the right spot so you can allow that back knee to touch the ground. All right, what we're going to do next is we are just going to lie on the ground. We are going to have, I'm going to have my knees, my heels on the ground. D can do a more advanced version where their heels are off the ground. I'm just going to drop from side to side, keeping our shoulders on the ground. So D's doing a way more advanced version. There we go. And then from here, we're just going to start doing good old hip thrusters. So drive our heels, squeeze our butt, come all the way back down, right back up, right back down. That's it. Right, stand on up. What we're gonna do is you're gonna take your fingers, you're gonna crouch down, you're gonna put them underneath your feet, and you're gonna extend your legs up, stretch out those hamstrings, come all the way back down again, stretch on up. If that's a little bit too much, you can just do a regular hamstring stretch instead, just to open up the back of your legs there. All right, and then finally, we're just gonna do some high knees, get that heart rate up. So the idea is to get those knees up. So if you have to slow it down and do a little bit more of a high knee march, that's okay. You just don't want to be doing a jog on the spot. You actively want to be lifting those knees at least up to waist height, roughly. All right, 20 seconds. And D's gonna kick this part. What you're gonna see here is pretty much good entry level exercises. And remember, in week 2, 3, and 4, we up the crazy, but we just want to get your legs moving. And also doing a bunch of leg exercises in a row is going to be grueling. So Dee's just going to be doing her squats. Look at that nice controlled tempo. I'm going to totally stand in her way. So it's all about me. There we go. Remember, chest is up, sinking down. Remember, you want to play with the tempo too. You know, if sometimes just doing body weight squats is a little bit easy, there's always ways of making it more challenging just by slowing down the tempo, doing that dead stop at the bottom, really focusing on pushing through the floor as you come back up. Remember what we keep on talking about, we're broken records about this. You want to be looking forward. If you can see your shoes, you're probably just hinging at your hip instead of dropping your butt down. You want to drop that butt down. So 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. We're now gonna do plyo squats. Now, if jumping is too much, you can do a sumo squat instead, which is just a wider stance squat. Your toes are gonna be flared out. You're gonna get a little more TLC into the inner thighs. All right, and that's the sumo squat right there. Still really sticking that butt back and sinking down nice and low. But you know what? Who's kidding who? D can do jump squats. So
I like demoing sumo squats.
yeah,
I think they need a lot of demonstration.
Let's demo some squat jumps here. Yes. Notice that she's looking up. She's getting those fingers nice and low to the ground. Her fingers too are getting close to between her feet. You want that because that forces the butt to go down and just adds so much more je ne sais quoi, or delightful sprinkles on this pancake that we're baking. All right, we're now gonna move right over into lunges. We're just gonna do 40 seconds on one leg, 40 seconds on the other leg. Straight up reverse lunges. Remember, a lot of us, it's easy for the lunges to go off the rails.
It is.
So what we're doing here is we are just stepping straight back, chest is up, staying on that one leg. Now, what you can't see, and we'll get maybe Dee to turn around the other way, is she's barely touching the ground as she comes up. So she's getting nice and low, soft tap. That way she's really keeping the focus on this one leg. And once again, you just don't want to drop yourself down. You want to control yourself as you lower yourself. Back knee touches the floor, strong press with the lead foot, chest is up, big smile because she's having so much fun.
So much fun. You know what else is fun? Pizza and wine.
Yeah, pizza and wine is also very fun too, but you got to earn the pizza and wine.
Yeah.
Nothing tastes better than reward pizza and wine. All right, so we're going to switch over to the other side. So once again, we'll have Dee start this way, and then she can turn around and just show you the angle, the nice 90-degree deep knee touch extravaganza. So notice she's nice and slow on the way down. Once again, you can have that dead stop just to really get that leg firing. And once again, when you're doing non-stop leg exercises, even if it looks like it's going to be relatively easy-ish, or so you think, it's not going to be, because you're just gassing that muscle group, and there'll be less and less muscle fibers to incorporate and get involved, which then just makes you fatigue so much more. Way more delightful. All right, so 3 more seconds. All right, now we're gonna do sprawls. Get that heart rate up a tiny bit, but also because our legs are gassed, staying in this nice low sprawl position is going to be a delight to watch. Maybe not so much to do, but for me, a delight to watch. Right, Bruce? All right, here we go. There she goes. So landing nice and soft. Now, if the sprawl is too much, you can step it forward and step it back with your feet. There we go. So notice that her feet are wider than her hands. And maybe demo from the side, just to show that full leg extension. So nice high plank, sitting in that butt. There we go. Notice that Dee is not allowing her lower back to collapse. As she shoots her legs back, she's squeezing her abs and squeezing her butt to keep her hips up. All right, we're now gonna do hip bridges. So we're gonna lie on our ground. You wanna have your heels a little close-ish to the butt.
Hi,
Therapy
Bruce.
dog, sensing the distress from the sprawls, immediately comes over for some support. All right, here we go.
Fun?
Yeah. So squeezing the butt, hold, slow release. Remember, just when you feel the ground start to touch your back up again, you're not coming to a rest on the floor. You really want to squeeze that tush nice and hard at the top. Drive those heels in, keep those abs squeezed. If you are a little bit more advanced, you can put one leg up in the air and just do like 3-5 reps on one leg. Or if you're doing an equal number of laps, which you would be doing in the full program, you could do 1 lap on one leg, 1 lap on the other. All right, and then finally, hamstring walks. So still staying on our back, Dee's going to keep her knees bent like she is. She's going to have her heels close to her butt to start. Arms are up in the air. If you need to put your arms down for support, you can, of course, do that. And then when we're done this, we're going to lap up to the top, and then sadly I have to do something.
Yes, finally.
So tiny little walks out with her heels, tiny little walks back. You really want to be feeling it in the back of your legs here. And so you walk those heels up as close as you can to your butt, slow and controlled, tiny steps, not large steps, tiny little heels walks on the way out. Now Dee's also focusing on pushing her shoulders into the ground to keep those hips up. It's really easy to let your hips drop. And when that happens, you're not going to get the full joy and bliss, which also means you're not going to get the results that you want to get. So really focus on keeping those hips up nice and high as you do this. All right?
Woo.
Now, I mean, I'm more than happy to let Dee keep on going.
Oh, no, I'm good. I think you should try some of your own medicine, right? You guys agree? Yeah, see?
It's garbage.
Yeah. All right, guys, so back to the top, lap number 2, starting with body weight squats, okay? So again, if you want to make this more challenging, you just play around with the tempo. Nice long pause at the bottom, chest stays up, abs stay engaged. Really think about actively pushing through your heels on all times and really firing up your glutes as you come up to the top. You can also raise your arms, place your hands by your head. Go prisoner squat version here. Open up through the chest. Yeah, that's it. And we got 12 seconds left and we're moving on. Nice deep breaths. Exhale as you come up. Inhale on the way down. Good. And 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right, plyo squats or sumo squats. So if jumping is not for you, if you have any sort of knee or back problems, definitely stay with the low impact version. Okay. Remember, you want to work hard, but you also want to work smart. Okay, we're all about results, not injuries. And 2, 1, here we go. So again, on the sumo squat, you're actively pushing your knees out, engaging more of your inner thighs here, really firing up the glutes as you come up. Your toes are pointed out, about 45-degree angle. And I think we can get Rob to do some jump squats now. Right? Nice. Got 15 seconds. So notice how Rob is pausing at the bottom. He's purposely pausing so he can really power through the ground, pushing through those heels as he comes back up. So there's no momentum. You're not flying through the motions. You're still using a lot of power.
Oh,
good.
my goodness.
Woo. Okay, reverse lunges. Right side.
All right.
Nice. So a few more seconds here. So you want to make sure with your lunges, your toes, knees, hips are facing forward. Your chest is staying nice and tall. And here we go. Good. All right. We have Rob pause at the bottom here for a second. So notice how his shoulder, his hip, and his knee are all in one straight line. So that's what you want every time you come down into a lunge. And that's one of the really great things about our program is you get a lot of that technique breakdown with us in exercise demos for each week, each workout, to make sure you're actually doing it properly, teaching your body proper patterns for maximum results, minimizing your risks of injury.
We want to hurt you on our terms.
That's it, only on our terms, not your terms. Okay? All right, other leg. So we're gonna switch over other side. So remember, slow, controlled, especially with body weight exercises, the slower you go, the more effective it becomes. Okay? Right, Bruce? Right. See? Even Bruce knows. All right, here we go, guys. Other side. Nice deep breaths. So again, if you want more challenge, like Rob is doing, you can raise that leg all the way up, drive that knee up, really far up the hip flexors. Lots more balance involved in here. Totally optional, but a great way to take it up a notch if you're looking for a little bit more challenge. Nice. 15 seconds. Slow control, so you're pushing through that front heel as you come up from that lunge. Nice, firing up that glute in that front leg. 5 seconds, last couple of reps here. Nice strong exhale, coming up to the top. Done and done. All right, sprawls.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my
So again, top of the push-up position, hands in line with the shoulders, abs are tight. Good. And when you're jumping in, your feet are landing on the outside of your hands, okay? And here we go. Dropping your hips low, raising your chest up as you're lifting your hands off the ground. So notice how Rob's back is in a nice neutral position here. He's not leaning forward, he's not rounding his shoulders. He's lifting that chest up, pressing through the heels in the ground here. Nice. How are your legs, Rob? Delightful?
A little jello-y.
A little jello-y. So another great thing is that each week with us, we give you progressions. So each of those workouts continues to challenge your body, surprise your muscles, so you continue to see amazing results. And 3, 2, 1, awesome. All right, we have 2 more to go.
Yeah, I don't know why
2 more
stopped.
to go. Okay. Nice deep breaths. Okay. So sit up. We're doing hip bridges here, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So again, pushing through the heels, raising those hips up, pausing at the top, really thinking about your glutes, firing up that bum, slow control, nice long pause at the top. Beautiful. And again, if you want a little bit more challenge, and this is what you would see week 2, week 3, and week 4 in our programs, is that you could modify this, make it more challenging. Raise one leg up and do a couple of reps on one side, another couple on the other. And we have 10 seconds left on this set, and then we're moving on to our very last exercise. In 3, 2, 1, awesome. Take a breath. We're gonna stay lying down on your back. We're doing hamstring walks. Okay, so arms down by your side. Level 1, if you're looking for more challenge, raise your arms up towards the ceiling or sky to put even more emphasis on your hamstrings. Ready? 2, 1, and here we go. Nice. Walking it out, walking it out. So again, you walk out as far as you can so you can bring those feet back in without dropping your hips. So notice how Rob's hips stay nice and high. He's not letting his hips drop in the process. Okay, that's the whole challenge here. Okay, tiny little steps, slow controlled movement, don't rush it. Beautiful. Nice deep breaths, and we're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done and done. Awesome job, guys.
Yay! All right, so 3rd and final lap. Remember, your body's warmed up, you're used to the movement, body's gonna start taking shortcuts. So Dee's getting herself ready. We're going right back up to those body weight squats. Remember, playing with the tempo. If your body can handle it, slow it down, dead stop, strong press through the ground. What we want to eliminate is the bouncing in momentum, which can then take things out of the butt and put them more into the knees. And that's not what we want. We want those tushes working, we want the legs working. The knees are just helping out. They're along for the ride. They're in the backseat. They're not driving. Dee could probably have more of a dead stop, just to really savor.
Rob can probably stop talking.
No, unfortunately, I'm doing the talking for the final lap. Don't hate the player, hate the game. All right. In 3 more seconds. And once again, notice how Dee is keeping her chest up and looking forward as always, still, especially now in this last lap.
Just because I don't want to look that way.
Yeah, no, that's fair. It's completely fair. You don't know what it's like being me and seeing my reflection. So remember, chest up, looking forward, even especially with these squat jumps, because what's easy to do is look at the ground and then we're just hinging and we're not getting the depth in our tush like Dee is doing right now, pressing hard through the floor on her way up. Notice she's going nice and controlled on the way down. Once again, if you want to make this a little more challenging, come to a dead stop at the bottom and really focus on that explosive speed. Go for a little more height, not speed. A little more power, a little more oomph, a little more je ne sais quoi. Starting that jump from the bottom and not just standing up and doing a little hop. 5 more seconds, and then we're taking the party to the lunges. And there we go. Woo. All right. So, choose your leg. You'll do the other leg momentarily. All right, Dee's getting herself all set up and ready to go. So once again, remember ways of keeping this challenging. Either that nice little direct knee lift for more advanced members. If you need to put a little bit of a touch on the floor, you can do that. Or if you still need that stability, you can step right, bring your feet right together and then control on the way down. But what's most crucial, once again, is chest up, back knee 90 degrees, kissing the floor as you actively press with the lead leg. All right? That's what we're looking for. Just like that. All right, almost done. Woo. Switch it over to the other leg. Sneaky thing here with lunges and with squats is they're great ab exercises, FYI. So as Dee is pressing through the floor with that lead leg, she's squeezing her abs, you know, bracing it like someone's about to give you a little pop to the gut, or since it is October when we're filming this, it's like you're being scared. It's Spooktober. So nice press, strong squeeze of the abs, and that's what's helping her keep her body stable and upright as she lifts that knee, because the abs are supporting the upper body, so the legs have to be going up and down. They're not compensating for the upper body being all over the place. So nice and low, strong knee drive. Remember, just challenge yourself with whatever works with you. If this is a little bit too advanced, there's nothing wrong with gearing it down to the tier below or a couple of tiers below, just because you want to master the form. Once you master the form, then you can start adding more bells and whistles. All right, sprawls. So remember, you really want to concentrate on pushing through the floor with your hands, fingers wide apart, gripping the floor. So those upper bodies actually working here a little bit. We're bringing the upper body into this exercise. All right, so Dee's nice and flat. Notice that her hands are in between her feet. Feet are wider. She's dropping her butt, looking straight up. So she's pivoting by dropping that butt down. And remember, you can step it forward and step it back when your form starts to go, or if this just kind of helps you. Just like that. Full leg extension. You're squeezing your butt and your abs as you shoot your legs back. Keep that going, because it's going to be really easy as you fatigue to start swooping through your low back. 2 and 1. 2 more exercises. Woo. And you are done. 2 minutes of work. We are doing those hip bridges. All right, so getting ourselves ready. Remember, you really want to concentrate on keeping those hips up nice and high as you take these tiny steps out with your feet. So small, there we go, squeeze the glutes, slow, a little lower. Once you feel the floor, pop right back up again. So you can kind of pop up with power as you squeeze. Nice, slow, lower, pop up with power. And like Dee's doing right here, this makes it a little bit more advanced. So if you can do this, by all means do this. Otherwise, keep your arms on the ground to kind of help you brace your core and make sure that you're not overarching with your low back. So that's why it's really important to squeeze your butt, because if you squeeze your butt, you can't arch your back. That's why you want to squeeze your butt. All right, last one, hamstring walks. So just like what Dee was doing in the last exercise with the arms out, you can have your arms out. The trick with that is it's really easy to let those hips sink down, and your priority is keeping the hips up so you can keep it in the hamstrings. All right, so Bruce, yeah, see, that's what happens when you don't pay attention.
Sorry, Bruce.
Oh, I know. All right, so nice tiny steps, taking your time, slow and control. Have that pause as you walk your feet out. Pause, hold, squeeze your butt, keep those hips up, feel those hamstrings firing off, and then slowly walk them back up as close as you can to your butt. So Dee will stop, dead stop at the end. There we go, and then tiny little steps back.
And Rob should stop talking.
Well, you're in luck because we're now done.
Woo! All right. That was surprisingly challenging.
It is, and I mean, when in the actual workout is longer, So this is just a sneak peek. There's more exercises in this workout for your legs, and it's a longer workout than what we just showed you, because we're not going to give it all for free. I just want to wet your whistle, get you intrigued, a little flirting. All right?
What we will do though is stretch our legs, okay?
Yep.
So we're gonna start in a lying position here. You can stay down on your back. Feel left foot flat on the ground, right leg extended. You're gonna drive that leg in until you feel the stretch, the back of your leg and your hamstrings. Nice deep breath here. Trying to relax into this stretch. And now with exhale, slowly cross your right leg over your left knee. Lift your left leg up, reach for your hamstring, and pull your legs in until you feel the stretch in your right glute. Really nice stretch. A few deep breaths here. Both legs down. We're going to switch. Right foot down, left leg extended. So remember, you're grabbing below the knee, never just at the back of the knee. You don't want to put any unnecessary pressure on your joint. And now slowly cross your left leg over your right, and you bring your legs in, going for a glute stretch on the left side. A few deep breaths here. Now slowly, both feet down on the floor. You're gonna sit up, okay? Shift that weight over onto your feet. Keep your upper body nice and relaxed here. Gonna start rolling up one vertebra at a time. Slow control, just stretching out your spine. Nice. And then we're gonna do a quad stretch. So if you need a little help with balance with this one, find a wall, chair, table, something stable to hold on to. Other than that, grab onto your toes. So what you're trying to make sure is you're holding onto your toes rather than the ankles. So you're really pointing your foot, also stretching your shin. We did some jump squats today, so you want to stretch that muscle group. You want to make sure your knees are in line, so that knee that's bent is not forward. You're pulling it all the way back by really squeezing your heel in towards your bum and keeping those legs in line for deeper, more effective stretch through the front thigh and the hip flexor. Good, and a switch. Other side. So you want to make sure that the leg you're standing on is always slightly bent in your knee. Protect that joint. Nice. Deep. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Just letting that heart rate cool down gradually. All right. Shake it off. Loosen it up. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Check out our link on our Instagram, YouTube channel. You can find our 30-day Badassery 1.0 program on our app. So
we dare you to try it.
We dare you to try it.
Unless you don't want to be a badass. And that's on you. But I mean, come on, who doesn't want to be a badass? So get on it.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Till next time.
Thanks for the hangout.